So folks, here we are at Shannon Airport arrivals again. It's Friday the 23rd of January 2026 and I'm with Mike of Mike's Amazing Plane Collection, and you're joining us in conversation. Mike, you're now a TikTok star. I guess you weren't expecting to be one of those 6 months ago when we started on this adventure. How have you found the whole process of being filmed and talking to the camera and watching the videos?
Oh my God, I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm amazed for this to have happened. Now, saying that, I'm quite amazed about the aviation gallery. It has got so many likes down through the years. People are so fond of it. They come from all over the country to see it. I just meet amazing people.
You've had a book made about you. You had CBS drop in to do an interview.
Yes. Unfortunately, CBS came along to do a documentary, and which they did. It was absolutely amazing. A lady named Donna was the presenter, and a lady named Marianne was the researcher. They came from the States early one morning, set up all their gear upstairs, and we had a most amazing morning.
So you're not a stranger to being in front of the camera so much?
Beginning to be not a stranger. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, beginning not to be a stranger. But just meet amazing people. Unfortunately, CBS had some problems after going back to America, and it hasn't been shown as yet anyway. It was supposed to come out in very early in November last. Yeah.
Are you happy with the 30 or so TikTok videos we've done that we managed to capture all the aircraft and a bit of history behind them here in the arrivals hall, and also your process of actually putting a new model up on display?
Oh, absolutely amazing. I think, capturing the image of the aircraft is so important to me, because it's there for keeps, where hopefully the gallery will be there for quite a time, but things can change in airports. And
that's it, Mike, isn't it? It's always good to seize the moment, do a bit of filming when you can, and with all this technology now. But the thing I find from all of it is that there's such a big story behind each one of those aircraft up there, and you must have hundreds just in the arrivals hall here.
Yes, there's approximately 1,750 in the arrivals here. Now, these guys are very, 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 very limited. Very expensive. We won't go to the expense, but saying that, very, very limited, very sought after. There is very specialised collectors in the world, so it's nice to be amongst them, that your name is in the hat for a particular aircraft that's been released.
And of course, now it's on TikTok. It's going to be there for the next 30, 50, 60 years until the servers run out. So you'll be accumulating likes and comments.
Yeah, when I'm in heaven, I'll be hopefully that will continue.
They've probably got different social
and
media.
And the angels will be may clap in the back and say, "Well done, Mike." Yeah.
That's right. It's also, for me, it's fun seeing all the different people in the airport chat to you and just have a bit of crack, spend the time of day, and it's nice. It's a very friendly environment.
It's amazing. It really is. And lads, what's really amazing about it is the different personalities that I meet. I meet people who wouldn't be really caught up in aviation, but they're astounded when they come and go through it. And I find that they can show more interest than a person that understands aviation.
Well,
it's just fascinated with it.
It's like myself. I'm just impressed by you finding a hobby you've enjoyed for 60 years plus, and that's a wonderful achievement in life.
Absolutely, that is an amazing journey. But I was that kind of boy. I love farming. I absolutely adore our environment, trees, rivers, birds, fauna, the whole lot. But amazingly enough, the aviation fits in right into that for me. Yeah.
And you've been on a few aircraft yourself?
I've been on a good few.
You saying you were actually on Concorde?
I was on Concorde,
How did that come about?
That just came about because I was a very interested kid when I was 16. And Concorde, BA and Air France were training in Shannon, and I put my name on the list. You've got to be over 16 to fly in Concorde. So 90 screaming kids, my name came up, and I got a beautiful flight. I just kind of honoured that,
So you went on a flight?
I went on one flight,
Where did they go to?
We went down to Newfoundland.
Wow.
Yeah, down to Newfoundland and back up to Shannon.
Okay.
Now, at that point in time, I'd come in the bus because I was a little boy, and you'd be quite excited to see possibly 2 BA Concords and 1 Air France. I think one particular day, I think I've seen 4 Concords there.
Wow.
On the same day. That was the most. Generally 2. Air France were always here the same as British Airways. It was just an amazing machine to kind of... I lived in lovely times to see
And do you think
Concorde.
that really started the whole enjoyment of collecting die-cast models of the things you'd see in front of you? That
No, I suppose, I had a summer job at 16 in Shannon, and you could do that when I was a kid. Things have changed, of course, nowadays, but the Vickers VC-10 used to train in Shannon with BOAC.
Right.
Now, to me, as much as I love Concorde, that is the standout plane. I actually have it on my hand.
the
Vickers VC-10.
Gosh.
So I just had a massive love affair with that. It had 4 Rolls-Royce jet convoy engines, and it would crack the atoms almost on takeoff. For instance, so I was in my garden in Limerick. I'd know when Concorde or when the VC-10 was taken off in Shannon, because you could hear it.
Its engines were that powerful.
So there was an old gentleman living in the area where I lived in Rathban in Limerick City, and his name was Arthur Toppin. He was the founder of Coon Airport, and he was partly the founder of Shannon Airport.
Okay.
And luckily enough, this guy used to fly the Havilland aircraft.
Nice.
So I used to go up to his mansion house to watch him flying about. And this day he pulled up in his Austin Cambridge estate, and he said to me, "Are you the kid that's looking up at me?" And I said, yeah. So he took me under the wing, and it's in my little Pulling Back the Clouds book, actually. It's a photograph of him and that.
Nice plug by Mike there.
So and thank you. And he used to take me to Shannon Airport when I was a little boy, a small little kid now, and he'd get me a bottle of orange and a biscuit. He'd go off and he'd have a meeting. He'd come back and he'd collect me, and we'd go back to Limerick. Now, he was a non-married man, and my mum at that time was a little bit worried, and Dad said, "He'd be fine, he'd be grand with that man." So I had lovely times with Arthur Toppin. So so this particular day in Rathban, the Vickers, it was a Sunday afternoon, and the Vickers VC-10 was training in Shannon, and it happened to come across my little estate where I was living at a very low level. And by the way, the Vickers VC-10 landing was capable of landing at 80 miles an hour, so she had huge wings, massive lift. So she came slowly across Rathban at low level, and it isn't until I was more of a mature man that I realised that was a salute to Arthur Toppin. So it went right out over his mansion and then sailed away, and it was doing a circle back to Shannon.
Sure.
So, the VC-10, I suppose, was the one that woke me up.
Right.
But after that, then I just got so caught up on aviation,
Cool.
That was it.
Well, Mike, as ever, a pleasure being in conversation with you. And join us again on Mike's Amazing Plane TikTok channel for future conversations. Shalom.
Sure. Thank you.